Hello, welcome to my video. I'm Jackie, and this is a series where I will read to you a story and challenge you to guess whether it's based in reality or I just made the whole thing up. Later on in the video, I will reveal the answer, so please stay tuned. This story stars a young man named, let's call him Douglas. He has always had trouble fitting in, not because he was an outcast or a misfit, but because everyone else is. See, he had started an illuminating spiritual journey and couldn't help but notice that everyone around him were too brainwashed. He referred to them as sheep, because they were nothing more than mindless followers. They needed to wake up, and he was the one to do it. So he spent his time alone, uploading video blogs, meditating, and trying to ascend. His videos focus on his diet, lifestyle, and conspiracies. He did his best to wake up the sheep, and hoped that sharing his theories and lifestyle would help them. Meanwhile, his spiritual journey led him to a vegan diet, which left him feeling airy and more in tune with nature. But he was seeking more. He wanted full-blown enlightenment. After doing some good old-fashioned internet surfing, he stumbled upon the perfect enlightening diet, sun gazing. He thought this would work, for there are plenty of personal testimonies of sun gazers and sun eaters becoming enlightened and going long periods of time on only water and solar power. Ooh. So how does this work? Exactly how it sounds, by staring directly into the sun and automatically getting vital nutrients from it? Simple enough. He was not sure. So he decided it was best to take his time with this diet transition. He sun gazed for breakfast, but for lunch and dinner, he had his usual meals. After a few weeks, he replaced his lunch meals with sun gazing as well. At this point, he had never felt more in tune with nature. He felt as if he was floating. He was only 1 week into this new eating plan before he stopped feeling hunger altogether and began to skip dinners too. Sun gazing was really working. He would consume only water, gaze into the sun for a few hours, and then never felt better in his life. He was completely satisfied with his new lifestyle and would surely reach enlightenment very soon. He continued his video blogs and excitedly informed his followers of his perceived success. However, trouble was on the horizon. One fateful day, he walked to a nearby corner store to purchase a newspaper. While there, he felt very lightheaded and eventually fell to the floor. When he came to, the store clerk was kneeled beside him, offering him orange juice. "Please take a sip. This will help you feel better," pleaded the clerk. But Douglas refused to drink. He was too close to enlightenment to give in to sheep food now. He attempted to stand, but stumbled and fell unconscious again. When he awoke this time, he was in a hospital bed. A nearby doctor explained that he had been admitted the previous day and that his weight was dangerously low. The doctor went on to explain that he would be transferred to the psychiatric ward and remain there until he increases his weight and a psychiatrist signs for his release. Douglas was overflowing with emotions. First, he was shocked that his weight was low. He felt just fine. Sun gazing was working. He just needed more time in the sun. Then he was outraged that these sheep were imprisoning him. For what? He didn't break any laws. Is being thin illegal now? Now in the psychiatric ward, Douglas needed to clear his head. He hated it there and wanted to get out as soon as possible. He decided it would be best to fully comply. He ate every meal presented to him, but felt that the doctors were purposefully starving him. He would become enraged at his tiny meals and would have thoughts of biting into the arms of the servers. He wanted to eat their flesh. But thankfully, he settled for sneaking candy bars and chips instead. The guards were lenient and frequently gave him food from the vending machines. However, this didn't stop the cannibalistic thoughts. And of course, he never mentioned them to the psychiatrist. He was committed for about 3 months before being released. With his newfound freedom, he was determined to figure out what went wrong with the sun gazing. Now, as far as that goes, he had gazed at the sun for even longer than the others. But somehow they are fine, and he almost starved. So what's the difference? After pondering for some time, he finally had his answer: veganism. It all made sense. Just take a look at the food pyramid. The government wants us to eat more carbs and vegetables. Vegan foods are mostly carbs and vegetables. The government wants us to eat mostly vegan food, so veganism must be bad. He started searching to confirm his new theory, and it didn't take him long to do so. There were plenty of ex-vegans explaining their health struggles with the diet. He noted that most of them had the same symptoms: brain fog and frailness, which improved when they added animal foods back into their diets. Well, so that's their plan. Keep our bodies weak and our brains foggy to keep the sheep obedient. He was convinced that if he hadn't been eating the deficient vegan diet, sun gazing would have worked just fine. So he fired up his camera and announced his new theory to his audience. Veganism is bad, thus becoming an anti-vegan. He began a new journey, a health journey this time around. He sought to heal his body and his mind from the damage that veganism alone had caused. He began to follow the teachings of endogenous Vanda planets and fully embraced the raw food diet. He frequently posted videos of himself enjoying raw meat and even high meat. He would create high meat by sealing some raw meat into a jar and leaving it on the shelf for months. Once the meat was fermented and cheesy looking, he would eat it. In one especially popular video, he ate chicken that was over a year old. He garnered a lot of attention from these disturbing videos, and surprisingly, the attention was mostly positive. Throughout his blogs, he is seen from going from frail to muscular, which for most is a sign of health, all the while sharing his strong stance against veganism, claiming that the diet will make you mentally ill and sick. He became a health guru of sorts for people trying to heal various ailments. You see, the top vegan vloggers at that time claimed that veganism was a cure-all diet. Diabetes, eating disorders, and even cancer, to name a few, was curable with the right vegan diet, according to them. So when their followers noticed that their ailments were not getting any better, and in some cases worse, Douglas provided them with an alternative. And because of his anti-vegan reaction videos, his channel will often show up alongside the vegan videos he was reacting to, making him very easy to find for anyone questioning the health benefits of veganism. He gained popularity among many ex-vegans and carnivores. He had followers from all over the world, and many of them idolized him. He began a carnivore tour and couch surf amongst his followers. During this time, his videos became increasingly more disturbing. He began promoting sun gazing again, because it makes us smarter. He became anti-water, claiming that water is dehydrating and that we should all drink juice, raw milk, or blood instead. He would protest vegan vegetables by laundering and eating raw animal parts. It was to raise awareness of the dangers of veganism, according to him. He expressed his approval of cannibalism, claiming that since he wanted to eat the arm of the servers while he was in a psychiatric ward, then it must be natural instinct to eat humans. Well, we are just meat after all. Finally, he often drank jars of blood, claiming that it's basically the same as drinking milk. He lost the support of many for his unconventional diet beliefs. However, his followers remained by his side, and they banded together to make a small, off-grid commune. So, is this real or made up? Comment your thoughts below.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is real. Doug Douglas is actually the anti-vegan YouTuber Shrivika or Goatis. His main channel, Shrivika, has been taken down due to hate speech. This is where he posted his reaction videos, conspiracy videos, videos of him eating raw meat and drinking blood, and his disturbing story times. His Goatis channel is mainly live streams and reaction videos. Regarding the off-grid commune, well, he and his followers met up in Romania, but ended up staying in an Airbnb and disbanding. They never managed to go off-grid. Ending it here. If you liked the video, please leave a like or consider subscribing. If you disliked it, thanks for at least giving me a chance. In either case, please comment below. I really want to hear from you guys. I appreciate you watching, and I wish you a great day. Bye!
I like turtles.